Yo, yo, yo. What is going on? What's going on? What's going on? Here I am with more celebrity thoughts. Give it on take. So I did a little peep yesterday. I did a little peep the other day. But now I'm doing old and I will say former Disney star Debbie Ryan. So here's a take. I mean, when I know so much about Debbie Ryan is one, she was a star on Sweet Life on Deck with the Sprout Brothers, and she was also had her own TV show called Jessie, and she was also on another movie called 16 Wishes, where she's playing this girl who gets, I guess, like 16 wishes. Then she becomes a full size adult, and now she had to find a way to go back and try to find out why that person that I guess her classmate had a grudge against her, but yeah, but either way, enough of that. Just wanted to say, hey, appreciate all the tuning in support. And furthermore, I'm gonna get around to this little story about her. So have a quick listen.
Debby Ryan first broke ground on the Disney Channel. However, the star's career trajectory hasn't always been smooth sailing since Jessie came to an end, and not all of her projects have been met with praise. Here's what happened to Debby Ryan. From her first days on a Disney Channel set, Debby Ryan started shadowing directors in order to learn the behind-the-scenes craft. Her interest led her to dig deeper and eventually become the youngest female director ever for the Disney Channel, while
So she was a director, trying to be a director before going on the shows as a cast member. Okay, makes sense. I can see why most I can see why Jesse was like her own show or something. But that's for another time. But either way, we continue on.
while producing and starring in Jessie. This move made sense, as Ryan already felt such ownership over the series. She told Bello, being the lead of a show is one thing. Being there from the very concept before characters are even formed is another. It was really myself, the showrunner, and Disney that were involved in bringing it to life. My heartbeat's been running through this from the very beginning. With Jessie, Debby Ryan earned herself a spot in the Directors Guild, but she had to fight against the odds. She told 17, being a girl in the industry, being an actor in the industry, and being young in the industry were three marks that were against me. People didn't expect me to have a voice. I learned all of the terms and when to use them. I learned what to do. I think that going onto that set and being powerful showed them that I was capable of being a leader. Jack.
Well, I would say, in my opinion, like once if you're young and you're up on that stage and you're auditioning for the role and being on the set of a show, that you are going to have a lead role, because being a lead role it's a lot of work. You gotta, you know, lead your cast members on the next role, the next what's it called, the next line, the next script, the next page they have to say, they have to go with. So either way, it is a huge part of a job once as a lead roller. So furthermore, I could tell you that Jessie was like the show that she pretty much, like what that woman said, owned. I can't say owned, but it was like she took control, because it was she was a leading role, leading all the characters and the young actresses and the young actors and all. But hey, it's a lot when you're young in the industry.
She ended in October 2015, and Ryan responded a few months later to a fan on Twitter who wanted to know why. Ryan wrote, "Hit 100 episodes and it ran its course." Even before Jessie officially ended, however, Ryan told fans that she dyed her hair blonde, in part to distance herself from the role and the character's signature red locks. But she didn't turn her back on her childhood co-stars. In fact, she told Shine On Media in 2018 that she loves keeping in touch with her kids' star colleagues and said, "It's really cool to be able to see their careers evolve." In 2019, Ryan and many of her Disney Channel cohorts were heartbroken when her Jessie castmate, Cameron Boyce, died following a seizure in his sleep. In 2020, Ryan teamed up with her Jessie family to support Stars in the House. On the video call show reunion, she shared a moving memory. During the third season,
That's the main reason why I stopped watching Disney. Ever since that kid died, it was just hard for me to watch Disney now. Now the fact that another young actor dying from a brain tumor seizure from his head, like from his sleep, that right there is why I don't watch Disney no more, because I haven't watched Disney ever since I heard the death of Cameron Boyce. And that kid was young, like he was pretty. I would say he was pretty talented and pretty good for his role. But it's just crazy how you see a child actor who rise and evolve, but then you don't see him no more. That's the reason why I stopped watching Disney. And I can't watch Disney anymore because it's just new shows are coming, but these other new young stars that they have no idea what's coming for them. They have no idea. I'm telling you, all these Disney stars, upcoming teen stars getting into the business, man. I'm telling you, if you want to ask me something about Disney stars, I can tell you there's a lot of them that I've seen what they look like now, and it's crazy how they are. I can tell you straight up that one, look at Demi Lovato, for example, and I'll do my thoughts on her soon, but probably next time. But either way, there's a lot of the old teen stars that I pretty much watched over the years, and I don't even see them no more. But let me get back into Debby Ryan.
season, my mom was battling cancer, and we weren't really vocal about it. But during that, it was like Cameron had this sense and was aware and would just like pursue and come up and give me hugs. Ryan sang for a variety of Disney projects, but she was also in a band during her Jessie era. That band was The Never Ending. She spoke candidly about her music with Billboard, saying, "This is the most vulnerable and real personal thing I have ever done. I will take the hate with the love as I release this as an independent artist." The band was established in 2013 with a cover of.
You know that confuses me. What's up with these? Like, it's not about me hating. It's just Debbie Ryan ain't no singer to me. She ain't no singer. Like she can try, but I really haven't heard her. I mean, I can tell by her thing. I can see she sung that, but I really don't understand most of these celebrities, especially coming out from Disney, that they start going on trying to sing and try to be an artist. It's like, well, I'm gonna tell you, people expect to hear a voice, and they can listen for a while what you're saying, but once they get tired of it, it's like, what's the point of trying to be a singer if they aren't really feeling what you are singing about? And it's not about me being like negative. It's just me stating my opinion. Like, I've seen that, right? I've seen those stars that come up and they try to go on becoming a singer, like trying to do some music. It's, if you're gonna do music, you're gonna have to come up with some ideas. You make sure you got like a director, someone promoting your sound, and if you want to sing, get really creative on trying to sing. But like what she said, people were hating on her because of her singing. And like I said, I really don't really get into a lot of this stuff on these old stars from Disney, but it's like stars like Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, like you got freaking Luke Benoit, you got Dove Cameron, you got who else? You got China and McClain. I remember her. I might do a celebrity thought of her real soon, but who else? Who else? Sterling Knight. I remember him singing. Yeah, I remember Sterling Knight. Yeah, Mitchell Musso. I remember him singing. Miley Cyrus. Who else? Uh, Bridget Mendler. Yeah, I remember her. She sung her theme song on Good Luck Charlie. But furthermore, I think I've spoken too much on other stuff. I'm getting off topic, so let me continue on with Debby Ryan.
Santa Baby, and they released a 5-song EP in 2014. The Buffalo News published a peculiar article about the Never Ending in 2015 that began with, Debby Ryan walked into practice. She was supposed to be ready to sing, but she wasn't. She was having a bad day. A terrible, terrible day, she admitted later, but she didn't want to show it. Although the band appeared supportive that day, 2016 seems to anyone heard from the Never Ending. Years later, Ryan told W, music only happened because I was writing songs, and there were a few that were so personal, it felt weird to give them away to someone else. I know a lot of really talented, hard-working musicians, and those people give it everything they have. And if I can't afford to give it everything I have, then it's not doing respect to the industry. I couldn't do it anymore. Debby Ryan and Josh Dunn from 21 Pilots have been in an on-again, off-again relationship since 2013, but had ended things by 2015. A year later, they rekindled their romance, and the pair got engaged in December 2018 while in New Zealand. They wed in Austin, Texas on New Year's Eve in 2019. Despite the long engagement, their wedding was planned in just 28 days and was tailor-made for the bride and groom from start to finish. They shared their wedding album with Vogue, revealing intimate details, like how they had a private meal together before dancing the night away. Ryan revealed, taking that time to bask in the heck yeah, we're married realness really set us up to celebrate with such deep and unencumbered joy. Ryan.
So she married one of the members from 21 Pilots, Josh Dunn. Hmm. Well, that pretty much makes sense. She, I wonder. This stuff gets a little bit interesting for me. Like, I never thought that she would marry another artist. Let me. It's so much I want to say, but I want to just get on this topic though. But we continue on.
Ryan's character on Insatiable, Patty Bladell, is a high school girl with a binge eating disorder. She becomes engaged in a physical altercation, recovers on a liquid diet, loses weight, and seeks revenge on everyone who has wronged her. Concerned viewers began a petition to cancel the series based on the trailer alone, which shows Ryan in a prosthetic fat suit. Co-star Alyssa Milano defended the series on Twitter and wrote, "We are not shaming Patty. We are addressing, through comedy, the damage that occurs from fat shaming." As for what brought Ryan to such a controversial role, she told the Sydney Morning News, "I was drawn to this show's willingness to go to real places about how difficult and scary it can be to move through the world in a body, whether you're being praised or criticized for its size." Ryan has body dysmorphia, which she discussed on Armchair Expert, and explained, "Dysmorphia is a mental illness. It doesn't follow logic or reason, and I also don't have context at all. So I have photos of me looking completely different. I mean, bleach blonde hair and
So she was so fat shaming. Hmm. That's the thing. Like, I mean, I know people that are fat, but I ain't gonna fat shame them. Like, and it's like, people fat shame someone because they ain't got nothing else to do, and that right there is gets me, like, because I mean, I have a stomach too, but I eat right and I take care of myself on the way I deliver. But either way, it's just people want to fat shame somebody because they're fat. Yeah, people like that ain't got no life.
and red hair and dark hair, 15 pounds heavier and 5 pounds lighter, or whatever. Despite the criticism, Ryan was fully invested in Insatiable, telling the Sydney Morning Herald, "The redemption for me is that this whole struggle can now live outside of me on the show and is no longer hidden."
I was tired of making food my higher power. I wanted to be in control.
Unfortunately, Insatiable may just have gone too far for audiences and was canceled after only 2 seasons. In 2019, the star started a podcast called There You Are with Debby Ryan as a way to engage with her fans. As Ryan said in her introduction to the podcast, "There are so many things in my life that I haven't gotten into or spoken about because being in the media or putting it on Twitter in 140 characters was not the opportunity to open up about some of the things that I've experienced in my frame of reference in my mind." Surprisingly, after putting out a season 2 intro and 1 new episode in February 2020, the former Disney Channel star has not uploaded any new episodes since. Ryan got some attention online for her role as Tara in Disney Channel's 2000 Rebel movie. Oddly, that attention...
I remember that movie. Yeah, I remember that movie, Radio Rebel. I remember that movie. That movie came out, what, 2014? Because there's a lot of Disney movies that I barely remember because I haven't watched Disney because I stopped watching it. So I remember that movie, Radio Rebel.
Came in April 2020 when TikTokers started making fun of the character's shy facial expressions, which isn't an ideal reason to go viral, but Ryan rolled with the punches. In response, she tweeted, "I was serious about my craft from a young age and studied technique alongside Roxanne from a Goofy movie. A few months later, Ryan jumped on TikTok and recreated her iconic Disney Channel looks, even reenacting her Radio Rebel shy face." Ryan also spoke about social media and comparison in 2017 for a Darling magazine project.
Someone made fun of her because of the shy character she was doing on Radio Rebel. Like, that's stupid. Like, you see why I don't stick around a lot on social media and why I don't Twitter because I'm not gonna go and say something about this person on Twitter. Like, that's why I don't like doing Twitter because it gets to me because everybody wants to talk about something. When you on Twitter, everybody wants to come at that person. They want to start doing all that, saying blah blah blah. It's like, shut up. That's why I don't do Twitter. I don't like going on Twitter. It's ridiculous.
Ryan said, "The internet is forever, and I think we're really flippant about it. I think we can be using it to tear each other down, or you can be using it to, heal each other and better ourselves." According to Celebrity Net Worth, Ryan has an estimated $4 million to her name, and it looks like she spends some of that hard-earned income on clothing. In fact, the actor is no stranger to New York Fashion Week, though you won't find Debby Ryan paying full price all the time. W magazine went thrifting with her and learned why style is important to the celeb. Ryan said, I think because I moved so much, style became a really quick way to introduce yourself at first sight. It's one of the only things you can have control over in terms of how people read you. With $4 million secured, Ryan doesn't have to worry too much about bigger purchases. She revealed on the Armchair Expert podcast that she grew up thinking she was saving her acting money for medical school so that she could become a surgeon. Ryan was tickled when host Dax Shepard asked her if her parents would let her buy a Mustang as her first car at age 16. In fact, the actor and her mother did go in on a Mustang together, which she ended up wrecking in an accident after 2 years. Ryan later pissed an Audi. There are many layers.
Right. I think I remember something like that on a. I think I saw something like that of her getting into a car accident. I think she was arrested for that car crash. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, and she was trying to be a surgeon for medical school. Hmm. Well, I mean, if you want to do something, hey, be a surgeon and go for it. But putting all your money on fashion and all, and try to get into the magazines, hey, takes a lot of money. Fashion like that is, well, they're worth a fortune. They're worth a fortune. But I see everybody tries to get their way of getting into that, magazine life. But if you're into fashion like that, go ahead.
To Debby Ryan, and she pours herself into her film and television roles. She starred in Netflix thriller Horse Girl in 2020 and filmed 2021's Night Teeth for the streamer. Aside from Netflix, fans can look for her in a forthcoming HBO indie comedy called Spin Me Round with Aubrey Plaza, Allison Brie, and Molly Shannon. But even Ryan's longtime fans must look closely to catch all the nuances of her life and career. She intentionally keeps some things private, but with her choice of projects like Insatiable, which touched on a personal issue, and her podcast, which seeks to engage even more deeply with fans, the actor knows how to impact her audiences on a personal level. For now, it seems like Ryan is sticking with acting, but she'll keep rocking out with her drummer husband along the way. It goes without saying that fans are eager to see the star use her talent in creative ways as new projects flow in. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebrities are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.
Okay, well, there you have it. My assumption then is hey, most of these celebrities, they want to get married to these other artists. For example, there's a lot of them. I'm not badgering. It's just different. It just makes it more assumed and assumption like, hey, you want to marry an artist that has money and has attention, that's you. But furthermore, like I said before, I don't really get into a lot of these celebrities out from Disney, but hey, I just want to do it anyways. But furthermore, Debby Ryan, the husband of Josh Dunn from 21 Pilots. Well, either way, I would say fair documentary, but at the end, it wasn't really interesting for me. The fact is that seeing all these old stars and you can see how well they rising. But what can I say? It's their life as a celebrity. They got money. They want to marry another artist that got money. And that's them. But I would say this: don't screw it up. But hey, that'll be it for this celebrity thought right here. So this is me about to head up out of there and about to be out and have a good day.